All right, here we go. This one's going to be a 40 Smith and Wesson versus 357 SIG test. So I have done this test in the past. It has been a while. It was before we had our GoPros or any of the slow-mo or anything, so we figured we'd retest it and see how it does. So for a 40, we're going to be using our 155 grain Federal HST. That's what that one looks like. That one does have your standard brass case. It is rated 1160 feet per second. And for our 357 SIG, that one is our 125 grain Federal HST. That one has your nickel-plated brass, and that one's rated 1,360 feet per second. So we'll see how close we come today. So for a 40, we'll be using our Beretta 96 FS. That one does have a 4.9-inch barrel. And for our 357 SIG, we'll be using our Glock 31. That one does have a 4.5-inch barrel. So both full size today. So we'll be going through our gel. It is a 10% block. You have our catch block behind that, so a total of 22 inches of gel. Our 4 layers of cotton t-shirt on the front. Like always, we'll set up our chronograph so we can hopefully pick up those impact velocities. So let's set up and see how these rounds do head to head. First one up will be that 40 Smith and Wesson. All right, we're set to 15 feet. All right, let's see how we did on that one. So it looks like our impact velocity on that one was 1,241 feet per second, so quite a bit more than advertised. This is usually some pretty warm stuff when I test it, so awesome to see those numbers on that. So there is that entry. Looks like we got a nice good hit on that one. And that one does have a huge hole so far. You can see right down in that cavity, and a really nice star pattern so far. So let's check it out from the top. Oh yeah, check that out. That is quite a bit of damage. Nice spiral cuts going all the way through. That one did carry all the way through into that second block. It does look like we did have a blowout here on the left-hand side. You know, we did come in just a little bit left. It was still a really good hit, but it was enough damage to blow out that side. So let's see what kind of measurement we have on that one. So we're going to go all the way over. At our widest spot, we are right at 2 3/4 inches of stretch from the top, so really good. So let's see from the side, and same thing from the side. So it looks like as soon as that one came in, pretty much immediately started opening up. You can see that really nice spiral cut going through. Looks like it carried through about 2/3 of the way. It did start to settle down towards the end, and we did make it into that second block. So let's see here at our widest spot from the side, we are at about 2.5 inches, so a little less from the side. But man, that is quite a bit of damage, and those things usually leave a pretty distinct pattern going through this gel. But let's check out where that round landed. You can see it is facing kind of towards the right. It is sideways, and we made it at our leading edge there right at 1.5 inches. So we made it 12.5 inches of total penetration on that, so not too bad. So let's set up for that 357 SIG and see how that one does. All right, we're stepping back to 15 feet. All right, let's see how we did on that one. All right, so it looks like our impact velocity on that one was 1,466 feet per second. So awesome to see there. These are a little bit older HSTs, and that's when they actually loaded them right. And every time I have tested these, we're getting those pretty high numbers there. So awesome stuff. That's also really nice to see 357 SIG HSTs moving just as fast as, you know, your normal 357 Magnum round. So pretty hot stuff there. So here is that entry hole. Looks like we got a nice hit on that one. You can see right down in that cavity, quite a bit of damage so far, and a huge star pattern. So let's check it out from the top. Oh yeah, same thing from the top. You can actually see a couple lead fragments down in there. HSTs usually don't come apart, but that one was moving out. But looks like a nice star pattern going all the way through. And then we did actually make it into that second block. So let's see what kind of measurement we have on our widest spot. So this one is right at 3 1/4 inches. So quite a bit of stretch on that. So awesome stuff. So let's see from the side. And same thing from the side. Hopefully the camera's picking this one up. So you can see pretty much as soon as that one came in, we got immediate expansion. It is shedding a few of those lead fragments right away, and a huge star pattern or spiral cuts going through. It looks like it did carry about 2/3 of the way through that block and did start to settle down a little bit towards the end. And we did make it into that second block. So let's see what kind of measurement we have here. So our widest spot. Let's see, we are pretty much the same, maybe about right at the same, about 3 1/4 inches. So pretty consistent there. But man, that is one nasty channel so far. And we did make it into our second block. You can see that round kind of resting down in there. And it is actually facing the same way that 40 was, kind of away from us towards the right. And we made it 1 3/4 inches. So that one made it 12 3/4 inches of total penetration. So really good. So let's check these channels out one more time. So the one on the right is at 40, one on the left is at 357 SIG. So you can see as soon as that one came in, opened up, we got those nice spiral cuts going through. Didn't drop any kind of fragments or anything in this one. Did start to settle down, and then we did make it into that second block. And for our 357 SIG, that one is moving a little bit faster. And you can see where it opened up, dumping all kinds of energy. A couple of those lead petals, not so much petals, just kind of little fragments in there. And nice spiral cuts, and that one also made it in that second block. So let's pull these rounds and see what they look like. All right, check these things out. They both did really, really awesome. Both got some major expansion. Like everyone says, HST is going to HST, because they always do absolutely perfect in these tests. So the one on the right is the 40, one left is that 357 SIG. So here is that 40, and just absolutely perfect expansion. Looks like there is a little bit of cotton t-shirt stuff down in that one still. And there is one pedal that's kind of kicked out, but still absolutely perfect expansion. And there's quite a bit of gel left in this one, but man, that thing opened up really nice. And it's good to see it actually made it into that second block. These ones normally don't make it out of that first one, but pretty good penetration there. But man, that is one awesome looking round. And same thing for that 357 SIG, absolutely picture perfect on this one. And that thing was moving, so awesome to see that it actually held together, didn't get any type of separation or anything. And same with this, tons of gel kind of left in those petals. We'll rinse these out here towards the end before we get our pictures and all that good stuff. But super awesome round. These things are always so consistent, and definitely one of my favorites. When I am carrying that SIG, I am carrying this HST, so awesome stuff there. So let's check them out one time from the bottom. So the one on the right is at 40, one on the left is at 357 SIG. You can definitely tell the size difference. And last time from the top. So like always, we'll get our pictures, still shots, all that good stuff here at the end. But there we go. That one was 40 Smith and Wesson versus 357 SIG. Thanks for watching, guys. All right, and here's that cross section for that 40. This one you can see has a perfect star pattern going on and a ton of damage. Same on this side. I did remeasure both these sides, and we're just shy of 3 inches and just over 2 3/4, so about 2 7/8. So we're just shy of that 3-inch mark. So definitely did quite a bit of damage there, but you can see those nice spiral cuts going all the way down. So let's cut it open. All right, and here's after being cut. So this bottom is the right, this top is the left. So you can see pretty much as soon as this one came in, right at that 1/4 inch mark, started opening up. Did drop a little bit of that cotton t-shirt in there, but a huge stretch cavity going all the way through. So there is some massive cuts going on so far. Very uniform cuts. These HSTs usually do a pretty good job at leaving some really nice cuts in there, but yeah, it did definitely a lot of damage. Same on this top side, you can see as soon as it came in, started opening up. Nice stretch all the way through, and same thing with this one. You can see all that cotton t-shirt that it drug in. Those do have some pretty wide hollow point cavities, so kind of expected there, but we do have some pretty deep cuts going on. But really good to see there. That one was moving out pretty good, over 1,200 feet per second, so awesome to see there with that full size. So I have done this one in the past, and that's usually what we're getting, about 1220, 1230, so really awesome to see there. So that one was at 155 grain Federal HST. All right, and here's that cross section for that 357 SIG. Pretty much same thing with this one. You can see nice, perfect star pattern going on. There's a few fragments down in there. It just looks like it shed a little bit of that lead, but some huge, huge star cuts. Really good to see. So I did remeasure these also at their widest spots, and they are right at 3 1/4 inches. So this one is definitely doing a little bit more damage than that 40, but they're still, you know, pretty much right on par with each other. But definitely some nasty stuff there. So let's cut this open. All right, and here's after being cut. So this bottom is the right, this top is the left. So you can see as soon as this one came in, right at that 1/4 inch mark, started opening up, and a huge stretch going all the way through. And you can see those little fragments a little bit better from this side, but you can see quite a bit more of that cotton t-shirt, but just a ton of damage that it's doing. Super deep cuts going on. Same on this top. Came in, started to parachute open, and just a massive stretch cavity. That thing was moving out really good too. You know, over 1,450 feet per second is no joke, especially for an HST. And it's nice to see that they're actually holding together for the most part. There's a few fragments, but you know, it's still held together as a whole slug. So really cool there. But you can see just a massive amount of damage going on. Some really, really deep, nice, distinct cuts in there. And that thing, like I said, it was moving. So it's awesome to see that thing going so fast, almost 1,500 feet per second for an HST. But there we go. That one was that 125 grain Federal HST.